in the late 30s and early 40s, and we can stop dictators in the span of less than a decade, but we can't find a bearded 6-foot-plus Muslim billionaire who happened to be funded and working with the CIA right up until 9/11. It's weird we can't do that, isn't it? All right, we're going to take your calls coming up on the other side of the segment. But to really illustrate how this elitist system works and how really there still is royalty in this world, we cow down to the elites who really are from royal bloodlines. This is out of the Globe and Mail, or Daily Mail today. Prince William to share Queen's duties. Treasury document reveals secret plan to make him the Shadow King. Look, it's not just PR stunts. They groomed this kid, Prince William, to be the next ruler of Europe, beyond the scope of elections. Prince Philip, who of course is the Queen's brother, you know, the Queen is still pretty heavy duty. She does make decisions. She does decide policy. She has huge sway in all of Europe. It's not a coincidence that the Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands is at the Bilderberg meetings every year. It's not a coincidence. So now they're grooming William, and you could kind of see that they would be grooming William, not only because he was the older one, but he seems a little more stable than Harry, who goes on Halloween and dresses up like a Nazi, for God's sakes. I mean, talk about in poor taste. Even though he's grown up around that culture and he believes that to be the right thing and that he's at the top of the socialist food chain and, you know, he's allowed to look down on other people and it's funny to him to dress up like a Nazi. They feed that to them as they grow up, that you're special, you've been chosen, you're a ruler, you have to manage society. You have to tell humanity what it wants and make the bigger decisions. The Queen is to hand over a substantial part of her public duties to Prince William to help him prepare for the day when he becomes king, according to a confidential document obtained by the Mail on Sunday. See, they're just foregoing Prince Charles. Prince Charles is, I mean, even if he gets to swing at the plate, he's not going to be there for that long. And even if he is there, they're already setting it up so his son actually will have more power and duties than he does. Secret papers reveal that plans to ease the strain of the 83-year-old monarch and her 88-year-old husband, Prince Philip, are at an advanced stage. Oh, why did I call Prince Philip her brother, her husband, of course? And, you know, Prince Philip, here's a guy who has been accused by Dodi Fayed's father. His father, someone who's been in the elite for years and years and years, owns huge department stores overseas, is a billionaire, that he was involved in his son's and Diana's murder, and that he's a Nazi homosexual. That's not Jason Bermas saying it. That's another member of the club saying it, okay? The disclosure comes despite months of denials from the palace that the Queen was planning to step back from her official work in favor of her 27-year-old grandson. See, it's a culture of lying and deceit. Of course they've been denying it for months. They don't want people to be prepared for their next move. It's second nature for them to lie. Do you realize how many times a day these people lie? It's like breathing air and exhaling carbon dioxide. The lies just flow. How else could they get you to think that you need to be taxed for something that is virtually invisible and a life force in the universe? How else are they going to sell that? Other than just lying through their teeth again and again and again and again and again. And it excites them as they get away with more and more and more lies. And speaking of Climategate, we're going to play a clip of Lord Christopher Monckton talking to some of these, well-meaning idiots who went into his speech and started screaming at him, you work for the oil company, global warming's real, And I got to show you some of these pictures from Copenhagen. In fact, if we could bring up, for the next segment, if we could bring up the picture on Reuters where a man is dressed like a penguin with a rainbow flag that says climate whatever on it. I mean, that guy, look, he has a pea-sized brain, folks. I want to be nice, but look at this man. He's dressed up like a penguin, the most apt swimming bird there is, with a rainbow flag that says climate. What are you trying to say, buddy? Yeah, there is a climate on Earth. It's real. I mean, we survive in a climate, but certainly man isn't causing global warming and killing penguins that you so affectionately dress up as. We'll be back after this with your calls. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlan.tv, Infowars.com. We are back. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas. We're going to go to your calls shortly. The call line is 888-201-2244. That's 888-201-2244. Or you can call internationally, 512-646-1776, 512-646-1776. So again, we've got the documents that show they're bringing Gitmo home to the United States of America. We've got the documents now that show, yes, royalty does have power, and they are going to relinquish some of the control over to Prince William, who they've been grooming now since birth. Since birth. And again, he is a little bit more stable than his brother. The information is contained in a briefing note written by Chancellor Alistair Darling's Treasury officials about new financial arrangements for Prince Charles and his sons. Key paragraphs disclosing the reasons for the changes are blacked out. Oh. If nothing was going on, number one, we wouldn't have the documents. Number two, there wouldn't be any blacked out portions. Number three, they wouldn't have had to been leaked. See, that's why royalty has really stayed in the background. That's when Tarpley talks about the Anglo-American Empire. See, the royalty never really gave up their power. They just gave up the illusion that they were in control. They still are in control. They're still heavily intertwined with the banksters that help run the world and dominate third world nations and eviscerate the economy here. I got a headline over here. Larry Summers, one of Obama's top advisors, he's saying the things that come out of these people's mouths are unreal. They defy logic and belief. Are you ready for this? Summers' own mouth, White House economic advisor Larry Summers, says the economy is starting to expand, but job creation will be slow. He then goes on to say, everybody agrees the recession is over. Really? Everybody must agree that the recession's over. Doesn't matter that on my way to go get Taco Cabana today, I had to see 5 people begging on the streets with signs that said, need a miracle for rent. Hungry this holiday season. The kids don't have gifts. I don't think the recession is over for them. And remember, only 3 weeks ago, not even a month ago, this is November 18th, okay? December 13th, November 18th, December 13th, November 18th. Not even a month ago, Obama's out there saying that too much debt could fuel a double-dip recession. Forget about the recession being over. What it really meant is we were headed towards a depression, and we really are headed towards a depression. They just keep spending and spending and spending and spending. Today, Senate okays $1.1 trillion spending bill. Oh, we have trillions to give out. I mean, we already had that bailout that 6 months ago was reported in Bloomberg wasn't $700 billion. It was $27.4 trillion. And I'm sure that this $1.1 trillion spending bill is much, much higher than it even will let on. But they just keep spending and spending and spending. And coming up on the other side, not only are we going to go to that Moncton clip, because that Moncton clip is big, we're going to go to the Obamaville clip, where out in Colorado, these people just put up a big sign that says, welcome to Obamaville, the fastest growing community. And of course, it is a homeless tent city. And they replaced that sign with, hey, we could use some food, some canned goods, some water, anything you give. We're living in tents, people. But no, the recession's over. Larry Summers said it. It's over. I'm sure it's over for him as the banks give out record bonuses. The ones that got bailed out. Don't believe me? Oh, look at this. December 9th, 2009, mainline article. Record bonuses at Canada's banks. And this happened in the United States, too. And they just tried to levy some kind of weird tax over in the UK where they're going to take half of the banksters' bonuses. Volker's saying it's interesting. But that's really a show. Those people are making money hand over fist. They're the same ones making billions of dollars here in the United States. Those personally billions, okay? Despite pressure in other countries, executives defend payouts on basis of Canadian sector's health. Canada's bankers are set to receive larger bonuses this year as their embattled colleagues around the world face a political uproar over pay. It just continues and continues and continues. Last year, record bonuses. This year, record bonuses. Oh, it's okay that publicly, the unemployment rate is over 10%. It's really around 20%. And that's for everyone, okay? For people my age, people in that 20 to 35 bracket, Oh, it's not 10%. It's not 20%. It's well over 30% that can't find a job. Good luck paying back those college loans that you were so willing to take in, huh? 80 grand for 4 years of drinking and boozing doesn't seem so great now that you can't get a job at Wendy's, does it? We'll be back after this. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas. Check us out at prisonplan.tv, Infowars.com, or call us at 888-201-2244.